Hello people, this is the Lego Former Guy coming to you with Optimus Prime version 6. So people, here we have Optimus Prime version 6.0 along with his trailer version 1.5, whatever. First of all, we'll be taking a look at this guy. And people, here we have Optimus Prime version 6.0 in his cab mode. Now, this is a huge difference from the previous version, Optimus Prime 5.0. I mean, for one, aside the huge cosmetic differences, he's also a little bit longer and also a little bit squatter. Now, in my opinion, that makes him look more like a truck. A full 360 shows that his construction looks and is more solid. He also has better proportions due to the squatter and longer profile, and also because of his bigger wheels. However, the taillights still look awkward because those aforementioned giant wheels limit the size of the taillights, so they're really weirdly close together. Alright, not much to talk about the cab mode. Let's talk about the trailer, the combat deck. This is basically the same combat deck as in my really old Optimus Prime 5.0 video way back when. The main difference is that I gave it pretty much the same treatment as Optimus. I gave it solidity upgrades and also proportional upgrades. Now, in terms of proportional upgrades, I changed the trailer door so that this can be moved forward, and so now it doesn't have that really weird gap here, one stud gap. And also, I made the wheels bigger, and I gave it a new stand so that it could stand better, and also reworked the combat deck side supporting system, so now it works a lot more smoothly and a lot better than before. Now, transformation. The core sequence is the same as usual, with the arms folding out from the side as always, but from there it takes a turn with the wheels, collapsing in, forming the body, and the front slides up to change shape, giving less of a gutty profile. From there the attention turns to the back. The taillights fold and rotate to become the feet. Unpeg the midsection and swivel it down while rotating the waist, then peg it on to solidify it. The arms now transform instead of parts form, rotating and swiveling around to position it. Next, pop up the top of the vehicle and swing it back, revealing the position of the head, requiring some fiddling to get it to robot mode position. Once that's done, fold the rest of the kibble into one solid backpack, and the big boss of the Autobots is ready to serve justice. And here is Optimus Prime version 6.0 in his robot mode, and straight off the bat, you can see clearly that he is very different from his old 5.0 version. Basically, the only thing that remained unchanged is his head, much like the Starscream upgrade that I did last year. I rebuilt the upper half, giving him a much cleaner look than old 5.0, mostly in the chest plates, which are now opaque as opposed to translucent back then, and I did have the translucent parts just to simply pull it off. And moving on to the back over here, this is also cleaned up, and I also accommodated ball joints now so that his shoulders have a lot more range. And from here you can also clearly see these two tires that are now retractable that give him a more cartoon accurate look. Here is the other side, nothing much there, and here is the front again. Moving on down, they are also far more cartoon accurate in terms of wheel placement. They no longer have these wheels over here and instead has the gas tanks, and the wheels over here from the front are mostly invisible. And he is also far more solid down here because I have put heavy friggin' ratchets for his waist. And that is awesome. And he also has a newly attained thigh swivel that I will showcase later. And by later, I mean now in the articulation section. His head, as usual, goes left and right and up and down. He has those ball-jointed shoulders that I told you about that like to fall off sometimes, which sucks because the ball joint is very tight and it has a lot of range except for the upwards motion, which sucks. And his elbows, they are basically the same as the 5.0 version, and his wrists can go in and out like so, as well as the usual rotation, and is also individually articulated in the fingers. He has a freewheeling waist joint that goes full 360 degrees, and he has those heavy friggin' ratchets, which are awesome, and like to pop things off. And he also has that thigh swivel I told you about, and also a very nice, deep leg elbow, knee joint, and also has a very nice ankle joint that can tilt and go forward and back and also rotate, which gives him a lot of posability, even though he kinda looks weird doing a pose because he's so bulky. Unfortunately, he does suffer from parts quality issues, giving him a lack of posability and solidity in some places. Optimus's accessories lie in store in the combat deck, just like in the G1 toy. Now, opening the combat deck is a fairly easy task. Just give it a little tug over here, and there we go. And here we can see his gun straight away. Just take it out like so, and this is his Iron Blaster, also new from the old 5.0, and also he also has a new axe, which is far more awesome than the old axe, which I've never shown you. Attaching the gun is a fairly easy task. All you need to do is just place it here or here on the wrist or on the palm. I'm placing it on the palm right now because I like to do that better. And there you go. However, yeah, the parts quality issues sometimes do that. For the axe, meanwhile, you have to take the hand off before you can plug on the axe by placing this translucent bit and sliding that translucent bit down and then plugging it straight onto the stub, like so. Posing him with the accessories can be a little tricky, but when it works like heck. I mean, look at these poses. Time for a size comparison. Here he is next to my Toa of Electricity, right over there. And he's way taller. And here he is next to a ruler for something more scientific. He's about 9.4 inches, aka 23.5 centimeters. The combat deck's transformation does look a lot like the original G1 toy, but nevertheless, here it is with Boys with the Most Toys' roller and the drone thing that is fully articulated and also has the arm and the fully rotatable radar dish. And last but not least, of course, Optimus Prime does have his primeness, the mighty matrix of leadership. However, more in line with the movie Matrix's colors because parts. So people, there you go. There is my Optimus Prime version 6.0. Please be sure to rate and comment, and feel free to subscribe by pressing that button somewhere on the screen. And feel free to check my mock pages and Twitter for more news and pics of my mocks. And this is the Lego Former Guy. Thanks for watching.